Hey everyone, Coach Jill Ortiz, leader of Team Driving Force for Beachbody. And tonight is our team call. It is April 24th. And tonight I wanted to just bring you a quick training call on the importance of tracking your business and specifically using the business activity tracker that Beachbody provides and a couple others that I've used that have worked really well. Now, just a little background on why it's so important. It is so important that you track your business because it is just as simple to not complete the things that you need to do to move your business forward as it is to actually just do them. And it's really not a lot of things that you need to do, and it's not big things. It's just a few small things that you need to be doing, but you need to be doing them consistently, daily, and not let go, because this is not a business where you want to just disappear, because it's hard to gain that momentum back. And so if you just continually do the consistent little things that will keep moving your business forward, then you will do just fine in this business. And the great thing is that building a Beachbody business doesn't require a ton of time if you're just starting out. And so if you're like me and you work full time and you have maybe kids or pets or a husband or wife, or maybe you have 2 jobs right now, maybe you have a lot of family stuff, maybe you just have a lot going on in your life, you can really put 1 to 2 really focused hours a day towards this business and keep it growing, which is fantastic, right? So much more productive than going to a job, like let's say a waitressing job, for hours on end and maybe have a bad night. Right? With this, you know that you're building and you know that the things that you're doing are going to compound. So let's just get right into it. Now, Beachbody has a business activity tracker and, in fact, a ton of tools to help you with your business right on our coach website. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I've pulled up 3 different trackers that I've used before. And I'm going to show you those ones, and I'm going to take you through each thing on those trackers. And then in addition to that, I just want to show you where you can find all of these training materials and tools in your online office. It's amazing the amount of stuff that's on there. So if you ever feel like you're lacking in some area of training and you don't know what to do, I always love to YouTube things. If I have a question or if I feel like I need training in a certain area, I'll search it on YouTube, and there's plenty of coaches, a lot of top coaches who've made videos, but otherwise go to your online office and there is a ton of training. So let me share my screen and I will pull up, let's see, I'm going to share, give me a moment, and then I'm going to pull this up. All right, let's see. Okay, it looks like you're seeing my screen. So right here, what I did was I went to, oops, hold on, I just zoomed in, which I didn't want to do. So I'm going to put that back. So where I went was I went up to here, up to news and training. And then when I went to training, it brought me, let's see, I'll show you, right over here. And so you can see there's an overview here of the different training for the different levels, like right when you're getting started as a coach, as you progress to Emerald and Ruby, once you become a Diamond and beyond. So there's different focused trainings on each of those levels. But if you go right over here to the training library, this is a great place to find a lot of tools. So you can see right here on the very top is your business activity tracker. They also have a coach follow-up tracker, a customer follow-up tracker, and a leader roadmap. You have group guides on how to run challenge groups, guides on what all the different challenge packs, and and learning about the different challenge packs that we offer, so that you, again, it says right here, so you can increase your confidence in sharing the challenge packs with prospects. There's Coach Basics, where you can learn about the basics, but you can also use these guides to teach the basics once you start to build your team. You have all about compensation. If you really don't know yet how this compensation plan works, how you make money with your Beachbody business, then there's different videos you can watch. Emerald to Diamond, running one of those groups, finding and attracting customers, so many great videos and guides on how to talk to people, how to run a fit club. I used this resource when I started our fit club. I read up on all of the the things I needed to do. Follow-up, trackers, getting coaches started, teaching your coaches about the vital behaviors and how to get them started with the business quick start plan. Setting goals, also extremely important, and inviting. This is one of the hardest things, so this is a great place to come to for a lot of ideas and scripts and videos on how to overcome objections and how to invite people. And then this is about the lead program. Once you have qualified for your Success Club leads, this will tell you all about that program, and a few other things, right? All of the old archives of the National Wake Up Calls, those are great. I've gone back and listened to a lot of those. Product trainings. I mean, you can see, and Shakeology, you can learn all about Shakeology. There, like I've said, I think in my welcome email, there is more training here than you could ever get through. So this is all great stuff. If you didn't make it to Summit, you can watch some of the videos here with those amazing speeches and workshops. So much great stuff. So I want to go back to the business activity tracker. Now, this is the one that Beachbody gives us, and I've published this in our file section of our team page. And so what I find is that if you print one of these out each week and every day before you go to bed, just make sure that you've checked off each of these things. And maybe you just keep this by you all day, and and as you do your business or you do your 1 to 2 hours that are focused, you just run right down the list and you make sure that you check each thing off every single day. So the first thing is be proof that the product works. And why is it the first thing? Because it's absolutely the most important of our vital behaviors. You have got to be drinking your Shakeology and doing your workouts so that you can be your own advertisement. So people are looking at you as the example, and you can say, yes, you should buy Shakeology because it works amazing, because I'm seeing the results and I'm feeling it. Yes, these workout programs are fantastic. You should also do them because it's absolutely working for me. So you want to make sure that you're checking off each day that you are a proof of the product working, that you've drank your Shakeology and you've done your workout, right? So this is also great just for your own accountability. The next one, also extremely important, personal development. It's so easy to skip over this, and I'm guilty of this too. When I feel like I can only squeeze so much in a day, it's usually the last thing on my list, and it's something that I'm working on. But it's only 10 minutes or 10 pages. I'm great at listening to it in the car. I can listen to an hour each day in the car. But reading these books that will help you grow is so important, because you will not be the same coach that you are when your business has grown as you are now. And that's because you will have developed through these books on business and being a great listener and being a giver. So many different ways. Books on social media. The one that I'm reading right now, Jab, 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 Right Hook. A great one about how to be effective in your social media. So definitely important, something that you want to be checking off. And if at the end of the day you look at your business activity tracker and it's not checked off, that's when you know that you stay up an extra 10 minutes and you get those 10 pages in of personal development reading. The next one, stay connected, right? Whether it's through knowing, you have to be checking in. Okay, so let's say that you own a restaurant and you're not checking in with your restaurant every single day. That's a problem. in any business. You need to know, and you have to have your finger on the pulse of that business every single day. So it's so important to be checking in, one, in your online office and seeing what orders have come through. If you know that you have a customer who's placed an order, you got to go in and check that same day. Make sure that it went through properly. Make sure that they ordered what you thought they were ordering, what they thought they were ordering. You want to see if you have new customers who came into your online office that you didn't know of, so you can reach out to them and talk to them right when they join up. You want to check for the coach breaking news in your online office, right on the right hand side when you get in there. You want to see what's new. There's announcements, almost daily, and you want to know what's going on. For instance, they just announced, I think today or yesterday, that now a bunch more of the programs that weren't available to purchase through the Beachbody On Demand, the web only without buying the DVDs, they're now online. You can now purchase, I know it was like PIO and maybe P90X, a couple of those, Insanity Max 30, I think I saw. You can purchase those in the digital only version, as opposed to having to buy the DVDs, and then the programs will populate in your library. So those are the kind of things you want to know what's going on every day. You want to be staying connected through the Monday National Wake Up Call. Extremely important. Lots of great announcements, lots of great information from the top coaches that is going to just set the tone for your week, right? And then our team Facebook page, so important. I know I'm posting things that are only the most important things that I come across that I think that you need to know about too. And that includes these calls, our Sunday night calls. I bring you what I think we as a team need to focus on. And so it's very important that you're tuned in. So moving on, let's talk social media, right? We need to be getting these 3 to 5 posts in every single day. It keeps us relevant. It makes our followers happy to see that we're still there day after day. They're tuning in to see what you're doing, and maybe you don't even know it. For instance, I had a friend of mine from high school send me a message the other day. I probably sent her a message maybe a few months ago, and she messaged me just the other day on Friday night and told me that she's been doing Insanity Max 30. She checks into my page every single day to see what tips I have, what recipes, and what I'm doing for my workout. And I had no idea, because she never liked a single post, but she's following. And if I don't show up, she wonders where I'm at. So you have loyal followers who are using your posts to inspire themselves and to have, the best day that they can have. So you want to be consistent, and you also want Facebook to give you that priority in people's news feeds, which means that you need to be consistent with your posting. And again, you don't want to be posting your Beachbody link. You don't want to be asking for everybody to join this and join that all day long. You want to be offering information. You want to be offering something of value to the people who are watching you. So the next one, new contacts. 2 to 5 people every single day. You want to make sure that you're putting these tally marks in, that you are absolutely growing your network every single day. Because if you're wondering why you're not getting response from those same people who you're following up with, or who are seeing your posts every day, it's because maybe they're not ready right now, and you need to always be adding more people to your network to continue to have new blood and new people who are seeing your posts. And so you always want to be growing. The next is you're inviting, right? So when you add people, when people see your post, that's not necessarily your invite. You want to be inviting people directly and talking and messaging them directly every single day. So that's you reaching out to 2 to 5 people with a private message and inviting them to either a challenge group, or to try a sample of something, or to a coaching sneak peek, or what is coaching call, or just inviting them to your page. or a website. Just in some way making contact and inviting them and letting them know what you're doing, because a lot of people, even if they're seeing your posts all the time, just don't get it. They just have no clue that you have something to sell and some help to give them. The next one, follow up. Extremely important. This is where people can fall through the cracks. If you make that initial contact and a person is not ready to join you and you just don't follow up with them ever, then chances are somebody else is going to follow up with them. They'll have registered in their head that they've heard of this before and they heard it was a good thing. And whoever that person that catches them on that day, when they are ready, that's probably who they're going to sign up with. So you want to make sure that you're not priming your customers, your future customers, to buy something and then losing them because you didn't follow up with them. So you want to make sure that you're tracking them in your tracker here, or maybe you have a notebook or an online app. I use Asana, which I found much more effective than an Excel spreadsheet, because Asana will allow me to assign a person a date, and then I'll get an email on that date with their name, and it'll tell me, today's the day you said you were going to follow up with so-and-so, and so that's who I follow up with that day. And that's a great way to make sure that you're not letting people fall through the cracks, because more than likely you might month after month be following up with somebody, and it's possible that it's not until 6 months after that initial contact that they finally say, okay, I'm ready. And sometimes they'll just say that. They'll just out of the blue say, hey, I'm here, I'm ready. So you will always want to be following up with your customers, your prospects, and your coaches. So same with your customers. You don't want to sell them something and then never talk to them again, because it's likely that they maybe stop drinking their Shakeology, or and need somebody to say, hey, you remember how you felt when you were drinking your shakes and you were checking in daily and doing your workouts? Remember those goals that you had, including losing those last 10 pounds after baby? Where are you at now? And maybe the person will just say, you're right, life got away from me, and I'm ready to hop back on the wagon. So let's get my Shakeology reordered. So you want to be staying in touch with your customers too. And that's part of this existing customers check-in. And lastly, again, checking in with your coaches, making sure that your coaches are on track and are building their business and are moving forward. And if you are a coach that feels that maybe your coach has not followed up with you, then you go after them. You go say to your coach, hey, I need a little help. I'm ready to move forward with my business, because again, this is your business. And if you want more time with your coach and need a little help moving forward, then it's on you to make that happen. Below is a great area if you have certain people who you want to make sure that you're following up with, that you can list their names down here. And then at the end of each week, you can make a little tally of how you did, how many new contacts you made, how many new customers signed up, how many new coaches you signed, how many Success Club points you earned, and what your commissions and bonuses were. And let's say you print out, 8 of these sheets and you use them for 8 weeks or 4 weeks, and you see if you're actually improving. It's a great way to track your business and see that your business is moving forward. Now at the bottom of this page, there's some great links, linked up to this worksheet that you can click on and learn more information on each of these topics down here. So that's the business activity tracker. Another one that I want to show you real quick is one that I actually used. This was something that Carl Deichler had put out for October, November, and December of 2015. And it was a challenge to the coaches to plant 3 seeds a day. And the idea was that this business has a lag. And so when you start planting seeds and you reach out and you make new connections, it may take a few months before that customer actually matures to, to sign up and buy something. And so the idea was that in October, November, and December, we began planting seeds every single day, sowing 3 seeds with new people, that in January, February, and March, we would actually start reaping the benefits of sowing those seeds. And so I did this, and I filled out for all 3 months. I filled out at least 3 names a day, 3 new names. And it really forced me to make sure that I was adding those 3 to 5 people every single day and growing my network. And sure enough, in the last year, I've grown my list of friends, my Facebook friends, from about 200 when I started coaching to over 1,500 right now. And my business page, my Westchester NY Health Coach page, I've been able to grow that to over 1,100 followers. So this didn't happen overnight, and you cannot do it overnight because Facebook will get very mad at you if you add more than 3 to 5 people a day to your friends network. They'll see that as spamming. So this is me for the last, 400 something days, adding three people a day. That's about all it takes. And these are new people who I can talk to, who are seeing my posts, who I can invite to my challenge groups or to my coaching sneak peeks. And as long as I continue to grow that network, then I will have a better chance of turning those followers into customers. So that's these calendars, which you can, of course, create too. And then the last one is one that I found to be probably the most effective for me. This is a daily planner, and I print out one of these for every day. And so I'll put the date up at the top, and you'll see this includes my 3 or 4 social media posts. So I can actually plan the day before or even the week before what I want to post about. Or I can, on the fly, decide what I'm posting about. And I actually write the topic of each post in the planner here under social media posts. And when that post goes off, I can check it off. I could even write next to it how many likes I got on that post, maybe at the end of the week or at the end of the day. And then I can also schedule on the left-hand side here. When am I going to block my business hours for the day? And how am I going to use that business time? What am I going to be doing? When are my posts going to go out? How am I scheduling them? And on what social media platforms am I going to be putting them out? And so here under this Power Hour block, you can see again, add 3 new people on Facebook, private message 3 people, to form them. That means to get to know them, ask about their family, occupation, recreation, and then you talk about your message. Invite 3 people to a challenge group, and you can write their names down below. Down here is my 3 people who I'm going to follow up with, whether it's coaches, customers, 3 people who I want to talk to about the business, right? Not every day. I don't always get 3 people a day to talk to about the business, but it's a great goal. And even if it's follow-up, to make sure that you're talking about it, because building your team is going to be the quickest way to build your business. Down below, writing some goals, maybe for the day or for the week, for the month, so that you're keeping them in the forefront of your mind. Up here is just a little checkbox. I commit that I took action today that aligned with my goal. And here are some other just vital behavior checklist points. So did you work out and drink your Shakeology? Did you do your personal development? Did you check in on your challenge groups? Did you check in on the team support, the team page for support? Did you check your online office for new alerts? And did you respond to any emails and messages? So what I like about this tracker is that I can add a little more detail. There's more room to put in the names of people. And what I can do is I can then flip back pages in my binder and kind of look back a few days to remind myself of who I talked to and who might have been, very close to ordering. And those are the people who I can focus on following up with. So these are the few trackers that I've used and that I think are great. And certainly you can try one, try them all, see how it works. Let's see, I'm going to try and get back here so I can say hello to you again. So, I think it's very important. I know that when I fall off the tracker wagon, certainly my business moves forward a lot slower than when I'm using my checklist and making sure that I'm doing all of these things every day. Again, you don't have to move mountains in this business. You just have to do the little daily things that are going to move your business along. And you need to be holding yourself accountable. You need to remember the reason why you're doing this. Do you need the extra money? Do you want to go on more vacations? Do you want to not have so much stress when you need to buy things for yourself or the kids? Do you want to give yourself more little pleasures? So many things that you can be doing to move your business forward and giving yourself that freedom. So that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you took some worth out of this training and that you give some of these trackers a try. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great week.